Okay. What y'all think? I'm doing a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I guess I probably should have typed that in the thing because I don't want somebody to get mad at me because I'm getting ready to do a spoiler. But tonight was fabulous. Tonight was fabulous, all. Tonight was fabulous. Spoiler alert. I'm going to keep saying that. Spoiler alert. I'm glad it played out exactly the way it played out. Now, I got to say, the females is running the house this year. I wonder if the fellas have even picked up on that. That the females is wiping them out. Yes. You know, in the beginning, I actually thought Zach might go to the end, but he didn't play a smart game. He hasn't played a smart game, and shame on him. It's kind of like Survivor, going home with an idol in your pocket. You had a power that could take you off the block, and you got so comfortable you thought you didn't need to use it. See, you can never, whenever you get that comfortable, you know you're getting ready to leave. You can't ever get that comfortable. Even if you think, because again, like he said, at the beginning of the week, he thought he was fine, and then he just kind of watched it all dissipate. I knew at the end when they came downstairs and they said that Keanu had won, and the way they hugged him, the way everybody hugged Zach, it's like, oh, Zach's going. He's the one going. They're giving him long hugs. They're giving him goodbye hugs. That's too bad, though, because I think he could have, he had a lot of stay in him. He didn't make smart moves. He just didn't make smart moves. He waited too late. What's going on? I see all y'all out there. I see all of y'all out there. And again, I done said spoiler alert, so don't get mad. Don't get mad. I should have typed that on my thing. But I don't think I can type now that I'm actually live. Yeah, I don't think so. So now, who does everybody want to win HOH? Now, here's what I also think. If one of the fellas wins HOH, anybody aside from Will, I think the three people that's going to land on the block is going to be Mickey, Morgan, and Rachel. Watch my words. If one of them guys end up on the block, they putting up Mickey, and even maybe a couple of the females. Mickey, Morgan, and Rachel. That's what I think. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I think they're playing a good game. I'm amazed at all the crying that they're doing now, though. They're doing way too much crying. You know, I don't think we did that kind of crying, but they're doing way too much crying, for real. So, again, tell me who everybody thinks is going to win HOH. Who do you want to win HOH? Why you want Ava to go? I think she actually played a good game. Now, shame on her again for crying at the end. You the one put the three people up. So you knew one of them was probably going to have to go. What you say? Don't like screwing somebody. Want Rachel to win. I think Rachel's going to get to the end. I don't think she's going to win. And this is just my theory, I just think that, one, the majority of this house is younger. And I think they're going to say to themselves, she has already won $1 million. She's done all this other stuff. We ain't giving her that $1 million. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Not that they won't be able to say she played a good game, but I think in the end, they will not give her that money just because. Just because. But I do believe she's probably going to get to the final four. I believe she's going to get down to 4. And then after that, I think she's done. Unless somebody blindsides her, because I think, again, the girls are staying pretty united. Rachel is going to have a hard time winning comps. And that's why I say I think she'll get to the final 4. But then when they get down to that 4, and then you need to win those comps, you know, kind of like me, she ain't going to win them. And then they're going to vote her out. But they're gonna continue to let her be in the house up until then, because she's feeding good information. She's mentoring them. And for the ones that are smart enough to listen, where she really is being truthful and honest and kind of trying to give them some gameplay. But not that I don't want her to go all the way, but I don't believe if she sits in those final 2 chairs, I don't believe they'll give her the money. Now, they may shock me, and I might have to eat them words later. So, Brandon, It's not me saying I don't want Rachel to get there. I just don't think I think if you had a more of a mixed age-wise in the house, she might have a chance of actually winning. But all these young kids, they ain't gonna give her that money. They are not. I'm not sure yet who I think is going to get to the end, because you have a lot of people that are still kind of floating in here and not really having a whole lot of say in nothing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of low-key players and a lot of people still hiding their hands. In the next 2 weeks, everything will be revealed. Nobody's going to be able to hide anymore. In 2 more weeks, they will all have to have showed whose side they're on, who they're really aligned with. I think Mickey is in trouble because Mickey is talking way too dang much. Mickey really believes she has way more power than she does. She acts like everything's working around her. She acts like she the queen, be in the house. Mickey got to bring it down a notch. I actually would like to see her go far, but I don't know. It's funny how you get one win under your belt and then the arrogance just it skyrockets. And people don't realize that's what ends up taking you down. And so, yeah. Ava gotta go. I don't know. I have a liking for Ava. I don't think she did wrong this week. I think she was probably the boldest out of all the HOHs as far as being willing. She put up all 3 guys. Nobody else was willing. Everybody else kept putting up, Keanu, the game pawn. But I'm telling you, they gonna mess around and Keanu gonna be sitting in one of them final 2 chairs. Now, I have to say this. If they allow him to keep, or if he keeps winning and they allow him to get to the end, I think you couldn't help but give him that money. He will have earned that money for 12 weeks, 16 weeks, however long they in there, because he has been their target from day 1 and it's week 5, and he is still there. He is still there. He's really not even aligned. He just keeps winning to stay in the house. He just keeps winning. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Yes, it is. Okay, Felicia, who are you rooting for? Ava was bold, the wrong person in name, but I think Zach far out. Keanu and Vince. I'd like to see as the final 4. I think I wouldn't mind seeing Keanu, Will, Rachel. Keanu, Will, Rachel. And let me pick one more. Keanu, Will, Rachel, and Ashley. Keanu, Will, Rachel, and Ashley. That's who I think the final 4 is going to be. Keanu, Rachel, Will, and Ashley. That's who I want. That's how I want the final 4. And then it's just going to be a matter of who wins. And again, if Keanu keep doing what he's doing, he's going to sit in them final 2 chairs. And like I said, I don't think he'll be able to do anything but say he's the winner. He's a bad boy if he gets all the way to the end and sitting in them final 2 chairs. You got to give that boy that money. And he's pissed me off a few times this season. I've seen some stuff that I didn't like, but I have to give it to him for gameplay. He's fighting every week. Do you realize since the show started, he has had to have his bag packed? He shouldn't even unpack. He should just keep all his stuff in the suitcase because he's going to be packing up every week. Yes, I like Rachel. I think she, a couple of times, and Brandon, if you're listening or watching, a couple of times I think she has gone overboard with I'm the queen and all of that. See, you can't say that stuff out loud, even if you believe it in your head. When you say it out loud to people, then, that ruffles feathers. And that's what'll make these young people get to the end, even if she sits in the final 2 chairs, and that'll make them say, nope, she ain't getting the money. So you can't say it out loud. You can think it all day, but you got to know what to say out loud. And I know I got a lot of nerve saying that, right? Because there were times where I said some stuff out loud that I should have kept to my daggone self. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Anyway, I think it was a really good show tonight. Would you ever come back for an all? I would come back for an All Stars. That'd probably be the only way I would come back. One, because it's shorter. Usually when they do the All Stars, it's not more than 30 days. They don't usually keep them in that house more than a month. And so I could do that. But no, a regular season all the way through? Absolutely not. Too long. But I think it would be fun to come back and play some All-Stars. And I have gotten in better shape. I'm about 40, 50 pounds lighter than I was the last time I was in the house, so I might even win some competitions while you're at it. Age ain't nothing but a number. There you go. It says, I see somebody there crying, smiling, whatever. Smart, smirk, I can't see, I ain't got my glasses on. What is up? Actually, I can probably see better if I do like this. You are slim. Yeah, I done finally got back to my old school Felicia size. And I actually love it. I feel better. You guys don't know how much I feel better. But let's get back to the game. I'm waiting for Amazing Race to come on. And I'm also watching the challenge. The challenge is interesting this time. They battling up in there. They are battling up in there. Come on, America. I need you to stay a little bit longer. I need you to intermingle. And so, Corey, if you're watching this, well, America, you're watching this now too, cause yeah. But I need you. You got to mix and mingle a little bit more. You can't get in the house and you got to mix and mingle, and just talk to everybody. That's what people don't realize. You really have to befriend everybody. You can't go in there making enemies and then think you're going to stay till the end. It doesn't work. So it's a game, but at the same time, you got to realize in order to play the game, you still have to befriend everybody because you don't know who's going to land where, when, how, all of that. So I'm loving this season. I think they are playing a good season. I like the fact that most of the competitions, it's not based on strength. It really is more. They're more skilled games, chance games, and I love it. I love it because this is the first season I think ever where it's anybody's win for most of these competitions. Anybody can win. And I think that puts more equal footing in the house. You don't have to be a star athlete or be 6 feet tall or blah, 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 blah. They put everybody on equal footing and it stabilizes. So every week you don't know who nobody can run the house HOH back to back to back to back because they play all these games where you have to be strong, blah, 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 blah. It's interesting. Is it a real romance between Riley and Lauren? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that. Not Lauren. My mind don't went blank. Riley and Catherine. I don't know yet. I think they're the only ones that have a chance of having a romance. Zach liked Lauren, but they were smart enough to not become a couple in front of everybody. I think if people are paying attention, they need to be paying attention to Riley and Kat. That's a strong pair right there. You got to break them kind of pairs up. If I remember, you hurt a knee in a comp. I don't know that I hurt a knee in a comp. I overextended my knee doing something, and I think I actually did that in the house. But I hurt my whole body in the comps. Let's just say that out loud. Every comp was brutal for me. Where it really required, the physical something. The worst comp of all was the one that that Jag won, Cockadoodle Zoom, where we had to get in that gooky stuff, and I hit the ground stomach first and never moved. Really, I mean. For the first 3 to 5 minutes, I was stuck in one spot. Yeah, that was all kind of stupid. I had to laugh at myself. I thought I was going to low crawl and didn't realize that once I put my whole body in that stuff, I wasn't going to be able to get out. All of that crazy. Let's see. We need you back on screens. I see that. We got it. We got to see you on the traders. Oh, you guys don't know how I would love to get on the traders. But I'm still, call me, whoever does the casting for the traders. Felicia is ready to come. I'm ready to go across the seas and go over there and live in the castle. Call me. I'm ready. I am so ready. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'll go. And I hope nobody on here is mad because I kept saying spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I got my cameras on right now. I'm looking at a puppy because I want to watch and see what happens in the house tonight. I'm going to watch me some live feeds tonight after the HOH is played, just so I can see what's really going on. What's really going on. All right, I'm going to let you guys out. I appreciate it. It's been fun. I'm going to come live again maybe on Sunday after they show us. So after I watch some live feeds, sometime this weekend, I'm going to come live after I watch some live feeds and let you all know what I think. Okay? Thank you. I love you guys. Mama Fee out.